Picture this. A mosque's call to prayer echoes through the morning air. Right next door, Buddhist monks chant in a temple surrounded by golden statues. Across the street, church bells ring from a Christian cathedral. And just 1 block away, Hindu devotees light incense at a colorful temple dedicated to Lord Ganesha. Where in the world could this possibly exist? In most Muslim-majority countries, religious minorities face restrictions, discrimination, or worse. But there's one exception that defies everything you think you know about the Muslim world. Malaysia, a country where Islam is the official state religion, practiced by 63.5% of the population. Yet Buddhists, Christians, Hindus, Sikhs, and others live together not just in tolerance, but in genuine peace. This isn't a propaganda story. This is reality. Malaysia has achieved what seems impossible in 2025, 7 major religions coexisting harmoniously in one nation. While the Muslim world faces sectarian violence and religious persecution, Malaysia celebrates Ramadan, Chinese New Year, Christmas, Deepavali, and Vesak Day as national holidays. All of them. In this video, we're exploring how Malaysia became the only Muslim-majority country where religious diversity actually works. From neighbors celebrating each other's festivals to the constitutional protections that make it possible, this is the story the world needs to hear right now. Let's uncover Malaysia's secret. The impossible statistics. Let's start with numbers that shouldn't work. Malaysia's population breaks down like this: 63.5% Muslim, 18.7% Buddhist, 9.1% Christian, 6.1% Hindu, and 2.7% practicing other faiths including Sikhism, Taoism, Confucianism, and indigenous beliefs. In most Muslim-majority countries, non-Muslims represent tiny minorities living under restrictions, explains Dr. Ahmad Farouk, a professor of religious studies at University Malaya. Malaysia is different. Nearly 40% of our population practices non-Islamic faiths, and our constitution explicitly protects their right to practice freely. That's written into our founding document. But it gets more remarkable. The Malaysian states of Sarawak and Penang have non-Muslim majorities. The capital, Kuala Lumpur, is deeply multicultural with no single religion dominating. These aren't isolated enclaves. They're fully integrated parts of the nation where Islamic federal governance coexists with religious pluralism. Name another Muslim country where Christians or Buddhists form state majorities, challenges Sarah Tan, a Malaysian constitutional lawyer. You can't, because Malaysia is unique. Meet 4 neighbors who shouldn't be friends. To understand how this works in real life, let me introduce you to 4 people living on the same street in Petaling Jaya, just outside Kuala Lumpur. Aminah Hassan is a 45-year-old Malay Muslim schoolteacher. Her neighbor Lim Wei Sung is a 52-year-old Chinese Buddhist who owns a hardware store. Next door lives Priya Krishnan, a 38-year-old Indian Hindu working as a nurse. Across the street is Father Thomas Chun, a 58-year-old Chinese Catholic priest. They're not just neighbors. They're genuine friends who celebrate each other's religious festivals together. Every year during Hari Raya Eid al-Fitri, I open my house to everyone, Aminah explains. Lim, Priya, Father Thomas, they all come. We eat rendang, ketupat, and lemang together. They're not Muslim, but they celebrate with me because we're friends and neighbors. During Chinese New Year, the whole street gathers at Lim's house for Yisang and reunion dinner. Aminah loves the prosperity toss, Lim laughs. She shouts "Huat-ah" louder than my Chinese relatives. When Deepavali comes, everyone goes to Priya's house for Murukku, curry, and celebration. And Christmas? Father Thomas hosts the entire neighborhood for midnight mass, followed by a feast. My children have grown up celebrating 7 different religions' holidays, Priya says. They understand Ramadan fasting, the meaning of Buddhist Vesak Day, why Christians celebrate Easter, and the significance of Hindu Thaipism. This doesn't confuse them, it enriches them. They know different faiths have different paths, but share similar values of compassion, community, and devotion. This open house tradition during religious festivals is uniquely Malaysian. Homes literally open to neighbors regardless of faith. It's not superficial tolerance performed for outsiders. It's genuine cultural practice built over generations. The constitutional magic formula. Malaysia's religious harmony didn't happen by accident. It's built into the constitutional framework through careful balance that protects both Islamic identity and minority rights. Article 3 of the Malaysian Constitution declares Islam as the religion of the Federation. This gives Islam official status, state funding for Islamic institutions, and symbolic importance in national identity. Federal and state governments control Islamic affairs, appointing imams, managing mosques, and providing guidance. But immediately after declaring Islam as the state religion, Article 11 guarantees freedom of religion for everyone. Every person has the constitutional right to profess, practice, and propagate their religion, subject only to laws maintaining public order. The genius of Malaysia's constitution is balance, explains Saratan. Islam gets recognition and support as the majority faith and historical religion. But minorities get constitutional protection and freedom. Neither side gets everything, but both sides get enough. This constitutional balance produces practical results. Malaysia recognizes 17 national public holidays covering multiple faiths, more than most countries. Islamic holidays like Hari Raya are national holidays. So are Buddhist Vesak Day, Christian Christmas, and Good Friday, Hindu Deepavali and Thaipism, and Chinese cultural holidays like Chinese New Year. In Saudi Arabia or Iran, only Islamic holidays exist, notes Dr. Farouk. Pakistan recognizes minority holidays, but with restrictions. Malaysia shuts down the entire country for Hindu Deepavali and Christian Christmas. That governmental recognition of non-Muslim faiths sends a powerful message. All religions matter to this nation. The Street of Harmony, where four faiths meet. Religious coexistence in Malaysia isn't just policy. It's physically visible in cities and towns nationwide. The most famous example is Jalan Masjid Kapitan Kalayang in Georgetown, Penang, known as the Street of Harmony. Stand at one intersection and you see four places of worship within 100 meters. Kapitan Kalayang Mosque, Islamic, Goddess of Mercy Temple, Buddhist, Sri Ma Mariamman Temple, Hindu, and St. George's Church, Anglican. They're not museums. They're active, thriving places of worship where believers pray daily. I've traveled extensively through the Middle East, South Asia, and beyond, says Robert Thompson, a British expat who's lived in KL for 8 years. Nowhere else have I seen a mosque, Buddhist temple, Hindu temple, and church so close together, all operating peacefully. In Malaysia, this isn't remarkable, it's normal. That normality is what's actually remarkable. Malaysia's religious architecture tells the nation's story. The Sultan Salahuddin Abdul Aziz Mosque in Shah Alam, one of the world's largest mosques with its distinctive blue dome, symbolizes Malaysia's Islamic heritage. The Thian Ho Temple in KL, a 6-tiered Chinese temple dedicated to the goddess Tian Ho, showcases Buddhist Taoist tradition. Bada Caves, featuring a 140-foot golden statue of Lord Murugan, is one of Hinduism's most important sites outside India. St. John's Cathedral in KL represents Christian heritage dating to British colonial times. All are preserved, protected, celebrated, and promoted by the government as national treasures. That's extraordinary for a Muslim-majority nation. A year of festivals, everyone celebrates everything. Malaysia calls itself the land of festivals because celebrations happen year-round across all faiths, and crucially, people of all religions participate in each other's celebrations. When Ramadan arrives, non-Muslims show respect by avoiding eating publicly in front of fasting Muslims. My Chinese neighbors are incredibly considerate during Ramadan, Aminah notes. They don't cook strong-smelling food during fasting hours. Nobody requires this. It's just kindness and respect. During Chinese New Year, Malays and Indians join Chinese friends for lion dances, ong pao exchanges, and reunion dinners. Chinese New Year transcends religion, explains Lim. It's a cultural celebration. Everyone enjoys it. My Malay neighbors help me clean before New Year because the tradition of sweeping away bad luck resonates with them too. Thaipism, the Hindu festival where devotees carry kavadis, elaborate frameworks, to Bada Caves, attracts hundreds of thousands of spectators, including Muslims, Buddhists, and Christians who come to witness, support, or simply appreciate Hindu devotion. I'm Muslim, but I take my children to Thaipism every year, says Ahmad Razak, a Malay engineer. Not to convert, obviously, but to appreciate the dedication Hindus show their faith. It teaches my kids that sincere worship in any form is beautiful and deserving of respect. Christmas is celebrated nationwide, even though Christians are only 9% of the population. Shopping malls display elaborate decorations. Christmas carols play in public spaces. Non-Christians exchange Merry Christmas greetings without hesitation. Malaysia doesn't secularize Christmas or hide it, Father Thomas explains. Muslims, Buddhists, and Hindus celebrate Christmas with us. Some non-Christians even attend midnight mass out of curiosity or friendship. That inclusivity is Malaysia's gift to the world. The honest truth, it's not perfect. Integrity requires acknowledging that Malaysia's religious harmony faces real challenges and isn't without problems. Issues around religious conversion, particularly Muslims wanting to convert to other religions, create legal complications because Islamic law applies to Muslims while civil law governs others. Unregistered Hindu temples built on plantations before independence have occasionally been demolished, sparking protests from the Hindu community. These temples exist in legal gray areas, built before modern property laws but lacking official status. Debates over Sharia law's application and its intersection with civil law create ongoing tensions. Some conservative Muslims want expanded Islamic law, while minorities fear this could restrict their freedoms. Malaysia is not paradise or utopia, admits Dr. Farouk honestly. We have religious tensions, disagreements, and occasional conflicts. But here's what matters. We resolve them through dialogue, legal processes, and political compromise, not violence. Religious tension exists, but religious violence is virtually non-existent. That's the crucial distinction. A recent 2025 example proves this point. When Minister Mohammed Naim Mokhtar proposed guidelines restricting Muslims from attending non-Islamic religious events, the backlash was immediate and came from the highest levels. The Sultan of Selangor publicly opposed it, stating it would disturb religious harmony. Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim clarified it wasn't an official policy. The proposal was withdrawn. That response demonstrates Malaysia's commitment to harmony, Saratan observes. Even proposed restrictions on interfaith participation were rejected at the highest levels, by a sultan and the prime minister, because preserving religious peace matters more than theological purity. Why Malaysia succeeds when others fail. So how does Malaysia achieve what seems impossible in today's polarized world? Experts point to several factors that create Malaysia's unique religious ecosystem. First, Malaysian Islam has been historically moderate, influenced by Sufi mystical traditions that emphasize tolerance and spiritual depth over rigid orthodoxy. Islam arrived in Malaysia through peaceful trade rather than conquest, creating a less militant religious culture. Second, Malaysia's ethnic and religious diversity creates interesting dynamics. Generally, Malays are Muslim, Chinese are Buddhist or Christian, and Indians are Hindu or Christian. This means ethnic identity and religious identity overlap, but aren't identical. Everyone is a minority somewhere. Malays are a minority in Penang, Chinese in Kelantan, Indians everywhere. This creates incentive for all groups to protect minority rights. Third, economic interdependence matters enormously. Chinese Malaysians dominate business and commerce. Malays control the government and civil service. Indians excel in professional services like medicine and law. Everyone needs everyone else for society to function effectively. Religious conflict would devastate the economy, giving all groups powerful incentive to maintain peace. Fourth, Malaysian national identity increasingly transcends religious identity. I'm Malaysian first, Muslim second, says Aminah. Being Malaysian means respecting all religions. That's our national character. This overarching Malaysian identity, forged through 60-plus years of independence and shared experiences, creates loyalty that religious differences cannot easily fracture. The model the world desperately needs. As sectarian violence tears apart nations from Syria to Myanmar, from Iraq to India, Malaysia offers living proof that religious diversity need not mean inevitable conflict. It's not perfect, significant challenges remain. But Malaysia demonstrates that Muslim-majority countries can protect minority rights, that different faiths can celebrate together authentically, and that religious harmony is achievable through constitutional protections, cultural practices, and genuine interfaith relationships built over generations. The world sees Muslim-majority countries and often expects oppression of minorities, Father Thomas observes. Malaysia confounds those expectations completely. We're a counterexample that challenges stereotypes. Could we improve? Absolutely. But are we proof that Islam and pluralism can coexist peacefully? Definitely. We want to hear from you. Have you been to Malaysia? Did the religious diversity surprise you? If you live in a country experiencing religious conflict, what could your nation learn from Malaysia's approach? And for Malaysians watching, how accurate is this portrayal of your country's religious harmony? Share your honest perspectives in the comments. If this video showed you a different side of the Muslim world that mainstream media rarely covers, smash that like button and subscribe for more content that challenges assumptions and reveals truths. Watch next. How Malaysia celebrates 7 religions holidays without conflict. Experience an entire year of Malaysian festivals that bring everyone together regardless of faith.